Hello everyone. In this video we will see is Breaking Bad overrated? This video is brought to you by the Question Response channel. The channel where you will find the answer to everything. Thanks to Stuart Hopkins, Danilo Campos, Eric Drew and Mark Bodnick for their answers to this question. We'll start with Stuart Hopkins's first answer.
Meet Anthony Hopkins, no relative. He's regarded as one of the best actors of the last 50 years. He wrote the following letter to Bryan Cranston. Dear Mr. Cranston, I wanted to write you this email, so I am contacting you through Jeremy Barber. I take it we are both represented by UTA. Great agency. I've just finished a marathon of watching Breaking Bad, from episode 1 of the first season, to the last 8 episodes of the 6th season. Ed note, there are in fact 5 seasons of Breaking Bad. This might have been wishful thinking. I downloaded the last season on Amazon, a total of 2 weeks, addictive, viewing. I have never watched anything like it. Brilliant. Your performance as Walter White was the best acting I have seen, ever. I know there is so much smoke blowing and sickening bullshit in this business, and I've sort of lost belief in anything really. But this work of yours is spectacular, absolutely stunning. What is extraordinary is the sheer power of everyone in the entire production. What was it, 5 or 6 years in the making? How the producers, yourself being one of them, the writers, directors, cinematographers, every department, casting etc. managed to keep the discipline and control from beginning to the end as, that overused word, awesome. From what started as a black comedy, descended into a labyrinth of blood, destruction and hell. It was like a great Jacobean, Shakespearean or Greek tragedy. If you ever get a chance to, would you pass on my admiration to everyone, Anna Gunn, Dean Norris, Aaron Paul, Betsy Brandt, R.J. Mitty, Bob Odenkirk, Jonathan Banks, Stephen Michael Quezada, everyone gave master classes of performance. The list is endless. Thank you. That kind of work, artistry is rare, and when, once in a while, it occurs, as in this epic work, it restores confidence. You and all the cast are the best actors I've ever seen. That may sound like a good lung full of smoke blowing, but it is not. It's almost midnight out here in Malibu, and I felt compelled to write this email. Congratulations and my deepest respect. You are truly a great actor. Best regards, Tony Hopkins. It was originally shared on Stephen Michael Quezada's Facebook page. Enough said. A little known fact about Sir Anthony is that is an accomplished musician and composer. One of the many pieces of music he has written is called And the Waltz Goes On. Here is Sir Anthony, in the audience, with his wife and daughters by his side who all obviously love him so much, hearing his composition performed for the first time by a full orchestra, led by none other than Andre Rieu.
We can continue with Danilo Campos's answer.
Not even a little bit. There is not enough time in this decade to properly celebrate this show's genius. Let's walk through it. Dat Cast Breaking Bad is a singular show for the strength of its casting alone. The headline characters portrayed by Bryan Cranston, Anna Gunn, Aaron Paul and others have a nuance and texture that's way beyond what I would expect from TV. Walter White's transformation from meek chemistry teacher into hardened criminal is okay on paper but only really works because Cranston is able to sell it. Right down to adjusting his diet to look the right amount of gaunt for a cancer patient. But the smaller roles are inspired too. Badger and Skinny Pete, for example, look exactly right for Burqueño low lives. Wendy, Jess's prostitute friend? Wow! So perfect for the particular kind of streetwalker you'd see for real on Albuquerque's Central Avenue. Setting. I'm biased, having spent my childhood in Albuquerque, but I think Breaking Bad has enjoyed an enormous payoff from their setting. New Mexico just makes the show feel different from everything else on TV. The Southwest is beautiful but Albuquerque is emphatically not a sexy place. It's austere, it's dry, it's charming from the right angles and the views are to die for. But it's not a place like LA or New York, where people long to be. Which means it can be itself. There's no image for it to live up to. Smaller town life also neatly motivates the low-class drug world of crystal meth. There are addicts everywhere, to be sure, but meth has especially ravaged rural America. The production design for interior settings is top-notch as well. They built a perfectly bureaucratic dia office. Walt lives in a very 70s-looking home appropriate to his socioeconomic status. Everything conveys the right feelings. Writing and pacing. Breaking Bad is unique among serial dramas in its ability to maintain interest throughout the show's run. Other shows, Looking at You, Mad Men, have uneven seasons with sometimes limited payoff. Breaking Bad rewards the viewer by almost continuously upping the stakes. Each season is a new level of challenge for the characters. There's also a lot of juicy complexity. You spend a lot of time on Walt's side but don't necessarily dislike his adversaries, either. It's hard to genuinely hate anyone in Walter White's universe. My default position on every character in a given episode? Curiosity. That's a hell of a trick to pull off. The level of care and detail on this show is unique. A lot of time and energy is spent on creating a plausible universe to tell stories in. Vince Gilligan and his band have recruited the right people and gotten the creative freedom to pursue a very potent and complete artistic vision. There's just not a lot of shows that can compete with Breaking Bad on all the facets of storytelling it gets right.
The following answer is from Eric Drew.
There was a time I thought The Sopranos was the best TV show ever made, no question. Then I watched Breaking Bad. So high school chemistry teacher Walter White discovers he has cancer, and even with insurance he can't afford the treatment he needs. He decides to cook and sell meth to cover the costs. What could go wrong? The beauty of the show is how layered it is. Just when you think Walter has gotten himself into a mess that he can't get out of, he digs himself into the hole a little deeper. The deeper he goes, the more he involves others and the more he can't get out of what he started. I've done my best here to avoid spoilers, so be forewarned for the rest of this answer. In my Swedish language class, I wrote a paper called Spoiler Alert. The Tragedy of Walter White. If you've read Shakespeare, you know why the title is a spoiler. In that paper, I compared Breaking Bad to a Shakespeare tragedy. The character development is similar in both. The show has 5 seasons, just like Shakespeare's plays have 5 acts. The rise and fall of the action follows the standard formula, right up to the climax. As in all tragedies, the hero dies. In Walter's case, he becomes the anti-hero. We feel for him, but we also feel that he brought on this mess himself. Breaking Bad is one of the few shows that I actually binge-watched. Normally I would access this answer and support the author as a Quora Plus subscriber. Access all answers reserved by Eric Drew. For Quora Plus subscribers, access exclusive answers from thousands more participating creators in Quora Plus. Browse ad-free and support creators. Start free trial. Learn more.
The next answer is from Mark Bodnick.
I've watched a ton of television over the last 20 years, and I think it's pretty clear that Breaking Bad is, at worst, one of the top 10 dramas ever, along with The Sopranos, The Wire, a few others perhaps. At best, the greatest drama ever on TV. Many people feel that Breaking Bad is one of the 2 best dramas ever, along with The Wire. That's how I feel. You really have to watch it to form your own view.
The video is over. Thank you for staying until the end. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it more, you can subscribe and leave a like on this video. Friends, it's now the end of this video. Remember to leave a comment to tell us if these answers are more for you. See you soon.